In this video, we're going to discuss a topic that a lot of people tend to search when they're looking to make a move here to Arizona. But I'm going to tell you why that information might be a little misleading and whether or not you should even pay attention to it. So stay tuned. What's up everybody, it's Greg Corbett with the AZ Lifestyle Group right here in Phoenix, Arizona. If this is your first time to this channel and you're looking to find out everything you need to know about what it's like living in and or moving to the Phoenix metro area, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you can be notified whenever we post a new video. We are helping people from all over when it comes to finding the best places and neighborhoods to live here, and we absolutely love it. So if you're even thinking about making a move and you need any assistance whatsoever, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when it comes to moving to the Phoenix metro. Alright, so I was looking the other day at some of our top performing blog posts on our website. And for those of you that don't know, we do have a Living in Phoenix, Arizona site that works hand in hand with our YouTube channel to help guide in the right direction, hopefully fill in some of the gaps when it comes to information you might be searching for when moving here. And the two topics that have the most traffic are the ones that I haven't even addressed on video before. So I figured it was time to change that. And what are the topics that have the most search traffic? You guessed it, what are the top 5 safest and top 5 worst places to live here in Phoenix? So obviously that's information you guys are looking for and want to know. But at the same time, I think the answer is a little bit more complex than just throwing out a top 5 list, so I'm going to do my best to try to explain it. And make sure to watch till the end so I can give you a few questions that will help us identify what might be the top 5 best or worst places specifically for you. So let's jump over to our website, take a look there, and break it down for you in more detail. We'll start with the 5 worst, and then we're gonna hit the safest list after. And actually, before we get started, there are a few important things to note. Number 1, we do use a professional blog writer for our website, and she does an amazing job for us, especially when it comes to taking our videos and turning them into blog form. Number 2, if we don't have a video posted yet, like in this particular scenario, then all the research is basically done online. It's gonna be more analytical and numbers based and not opinion driven like you see in our videos. Now, she does add a disclaimer in there that I think does a good job of explaining, how the information is pulled from, but I think a lot of people gloss over that, so I think it's a good thing to explain it here. So it doesn't include the surrounding cities, which many of you are looking for. Places like Scottsdale, Chandler, Gilbert, Peoria, Glendale, etc. Number 4, and this is an important one, the areas mentioned are actually not neighborhoods, they are villages. And for those of you who don't know, villages are large communities within the city of Phoenix that were designated for geographic and planning purposes. It's an interesting thing to look at, but you will never find anybody searching for a home by a village. It's just not a thing. There are a ton of pocket neighborhoods within each village, so picking out the best or worst is like picking out the top 5 best or worst restaurants. It makes no sense until you add some context to it, and you need to get more specific. Like, what are the best pizza places versus Mexican food versus high-end versus what's more budget-friendly, etc. It's not that simple without going into a little more detail. So now that we've covered that, let's take a look at the so-called worst neighborhoods / villages. Central, South Mountain, Maryvale, Alhambra, and Encanto. This is where a lot of the confusion comes in when it comes to neighborhoods versus villages. For example, Encanto, the neighborhood, is always going to be included on my best places to live here in Phoenix. I absolutely love that neighborhood. But if you look at the village of Encanto, it includes a much larger area which may not have the best reputation, which in turn skews the entire argument. But let's just skip through all the verbiage written in the blog. I think it would be good for you guys to read through that later. There is still a lot of value in there and will make a lot more sense after you watch this. But if you called me on the phone right now and wanted more info on this, here's what I would tell you. If you are looking to be in and around the city of Phoenix, I would not eliminate any of these areas on your search right up front, because you might actually overlook a home or neighborhood that is extremely nice and fits exactly what you're looking for. Now, on the other side of that, are there certain pockets around town that you're probably going to want to avoid based on condition, age, safety, crime, schools, and everything else involved? Absolutely, but is there a top 5 list of pocket neighborhoods to avoid from my end? I don't think so, because there are just too many variables to consider to make that kind of judgment call. And like I said before, everyone is going to have different needs and wants, so the 5 worst for one person might be completely different for someone else. So now that you guys have a better understanding of what we're talking about, let's take a look at the so-called safest neighborhoods here in Phoenix. And again, we're not trying to say our blog posts are inaccurate. There is a lot of good information in them. They can just be a little misleading because there are a ton of factors that tend to be left out if you don't address certain questions. And honestly, most people have no clue what these villages even are. Even for me, it was never on my radar until I started doing these videos and started researching what some of these blog writers were talking about. But now that I know, it's extremely helpful for me to be able to clear up any confusion when it comes to trying to figure out where all this advice is coming from. Real quick, you guys, if any of this information is helpful to you, please consider hitting that like button. It's super helpful for our channel and lets us know if we're putting out the right content for you. We definitely appreciate it. So again, let's go back to the website and go through the safe list. Up first, we got Desert View, then North Gateway, Deer Valley, Paradise Valley, and the Ahwatukee Foothills. And the biggest takeaway that I pick up from seeing this list is that the further you are away from Central Phoenix, the lesser the crime rate, which in turn leads to a quote-unquote safer neighborhood. So pretty obvious when you think about it, but it really doesn't give you enough detail at the same time. So are there some really great neighborhoods included in these areas that you should consider? 100%. But like anywhere else, there might be some pockets within these areas to avoid. And you also may overlook another area that is a much better fit for you by focusing too much attention on them. Here's the bottom line. If you reached out to me today and asked me what the safest neighborhoods are, worst neighborhoods, best neighborhoods, anything like that within the city of Phoenix or the entire Phoenix Metro, I'm probably not gonna have a good answer for you up front. But what I will do is try to ask you some of the following questions to help narrow it down for you. Things like, what's important to you? Where will you be working? What's your day-to-day lifestyle look like? Are quality schools important to you? Do you like to be close to some of the more popular entertainment destinations? Will you be traveling often? What does your ideal home look like? And last but certainly not least, what is your budget? All of these answers will be critical for us to help guide you in the right direction. I want you guys to know that there are a ton of great communities to choose from across the entire Phoenix metro area. And the people that live there take a lot of pride in these areas and will probably tell you why they think their neighborhood is best. And every single one of them is right because it is the best place for them. So keep doing your research and continue watching our tour videos where we will show you what exactly each area looks like. But definitely keep an open mind because everything ends up looking a lot different once you get here. And you may find there is a neighborhood out there that is perfect for you that you may have overlooked because it wasn't on one of those top 5 lists. All right, if you guys agree or disagree on anything, definitely let us know in the comments. We want to hear from you. And if you're ready for us to give you a top 5 list that is designed specifically for you, then make sure to reach out to us so we can set up a time to discuss. We are here to help you and we're going to do our best to point you in the right direction. Until then, check out some of the other content that we have on screen and we will catch you guys on the next video.